Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed. I am back and I figured I would do a video to basically answer a question that I've been getting about why I cut my hair off in order to start my freeform journey. And as opposed to picking out my braid locks and starting with the length of hair that I had. Part of the reason why I went ahead and cut the hair off, I've already went into the details of um, the fact that I might have wanted to color my hair, and I had hinted my hair and all the rest of that, and it would make more sense for me to have cut it off because that part of my hair that had the henna on it was stained and it would not lift to a lighter blonde color no matter what I was doing without damaging it. Plus, it would have been very damaging to comb out my locks. I would have had to deal with a lot of the shed hairs, and it just seemed to be more work, and it seemed like it would be more damaging to try to pick out those locks than to cut them off. And I was also comfortable with having short hair for a period of time, considering once my hair does lock and once my hair does go through the locking phases again, I do not plan on cutting my locks off. So I figured I would give myself some time to enjoy having short hair again, um, because I won't get that opportunity later on down the line because I don't plan on cutting my hair anymore. So that was another reason why I went ahead and cut my hair off. Another reason why I went ahead and cut my hair completely down low as opposed to keeping my braid locks was I had a grid pattern that was already established due to those braid locks that just seemed to be against the whole concept of freeforming. Um, I figured if I was going to freeform, I would do it all the way as opposed to having this grid that was already made. Um, it just didn't make sense to me to have a pre-made grid but freeform. I would always have that question in my mind of how my hair would have sectioned itself off on its own without having that pre-made grid pattern, if that makes sense. I'd rather my hair do its own parts, or at least give it the opportunity to see how that would look before I made a choice to do it myself. Um, so that all played into why I cut my hair so low, why I cut my hair off, as opposed to keeping that set of locks and semi freeforming. Um, Also, due to the research that I was doing, freeforming made more sense and it fit my lifestyle more than the braid locks did. And I really would not have known that if I did not take the time to do the braid locks. I wouldn't have known. So I can understand why some people might have looked at that and said I wasted my time, but honestly, I didn't, because I learned from the experience. I've also grown a lot in the sense that I have a lot of patience, that in some ways I really wasn't aware that I had with my hair. I also um, I also realized that I was a lot more free, and I had a lot more self-confidence than I used to have. That I've noticed that I have preferences when it comes to my hair, that if it wasn't for me going through that braid lock journey, I would not have really had them come to the forefront of getting to know what I like and what I didn't like. So that whole experience just added to the reason why it made sense for me to just go ahead and start over now, as opposed to holding on to a set of locks that I might not have been completely happy with, just to end up cutting them off. A part of my journey really has come down to getting to know what I want as a person and what I'm comfortable with as a person. And that is more important than trying to please other people and be appealing to other people, if that makes sense. What I see or what I feel I need to do with my crown and or my physical appearance, I've really just come to a, I guess, full circle that I need to do what's right for me. The same way that I try to promote and let other people know it's okay to be yourself. And so many times I've watched videos and I've talked to people, and it just really hurt me, and I felt hurt that some people, they do things to their hair and their physical appearance not because they want to do it, but because they feel other people will treat them different because of it. And that just, it just never sat right with me. So part of the reason why I'm sharing my journey is, if even if it only helps one person, that they can see something in what it is that I'm doing, to give them that little bit of confidence or that push to be okay with who they are, then it's worth it to me. But back onto the topic. The reason why freeforming made more sense to my lifestyle and to me is because I wanted to be free. And it might sound corny or cheesy to you, but I wanted to be free. I wanted my hair to grow and be inhibited, no limits, let it do what it wants to do. But at the same time, I want it to be healthy, and I want my hair to be free. And once I made the decision that I want my hair to be locked, it also came down to all the different methods and trying to figure out what I had to do to get it to do it and all the rest of that. And I'm quite sure when you look at my other journey, you can see that I was going through different stages and phases of trying to figure out what I needed to do. And once I realized that I didn't have to do anything and that my hair would just do it on its own if I just gave it the chance, that was it for me. I was like, huh, so you mean to tell me I could just let my hair grow and with time it'll lock on its own? No twisting, no interlocking, nothing like that. It'll just do it on its own. I just need to have patience and just let it do what it's going to do. Once I realized that, freeforming was for me. The decision had been made. I just had to follow through with the rest of what I was going to do to make that possible. I could have semi-freeformed from that set of braid locks, but that was just not for me. I wanted to let my hair completely freeform. So, what is freeform? There are so many wonderful YouTubers out there who have made videos about what freeform is, and they have beautiful crowns of freeformed hair that just did what it did without any help. They just washed it and went, they moisturized it, that was it. And their crown that they have on their head is the result of them just taking care of their hair. No twisting, no interlocking, none of that. So once I realized that it was possible for me to do the same thing, and I realized that my hair would not look the same way as anybody else's, and I really realized that my hair would be unique to me the same way when I did my braid locks, and it would be a whole new journey, and it would be a whole new experience, and that I was willing and open to go ahead and try it. That was it. It was an easy decision. The same way that I have to wait for my hair to grow, anybody else has to wait for their hair to grow. It would have still been growing with the length still attached to it or without the length attached to it. So in the end, I think I made the best decision for myself, that it may take longer for everybody to start seeing the results of my freeform journey, but I've come to the conclusion that freeforming is the easiest and simplest choice that I've ever made when it came to my hair. Simply because once I made the choice to freeform, that was it. I didn't have to do anything special. I don't have to sit in the mirror and worry about my hair or watch it grow or pump myself full of growth growth myths or anything like that. So if anything else, hopefully this has opened up your mind and you can get where I'm coming from. Freeform just seems more natural for me because it's less manipulation, it's less stress, and it's how my hair normally grows out of my head. And accepting that in itself was one of the most positive things I've ever experienced in my whole journey, is accepting my hair for what it is and embracing it. So hopefully this answers the question. I chose freeforming because it was conducive to my lifestyle. It was simple and it made more sense than any of the other methods that I've tried so far. So hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed. And I'll see you guys next time. And I guess as usual, I'll show you this dress because that seems to be something that I guess has become a norm for me to show whatever it is I'm wearing. But yeah, I'm still getting used to this camera. But this is the front, and this is how it looks in the back. So you can see the back of it. And the side. Front again. The other side. And I really do like how the back kind of slopes down. It's really comfortable. It's a pretty short dress. I usually wear it around the house. But yeah, I've rambled on more than enough, and I figured I would just take a moment, as usual, to congratulate everybody on their progress in their journey, and just say thank you for sharing your journey with me and everybody else out there on YouTube. And I hope everybody's doing good, staying blessed, and doing well. See you guys next time. Bye.